Hey there, Ulti Zeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Spyro, Dawn of the Dragon. In the last episode, we have to place Crystal Key in the dragon statue to activate. Okay. In the last episode, we got annoyed at a stupid boss fight. Alright, well, there's a pathway that way. Okay. And maybe a pathway all the way down there? I don't remember how many blue gems I'm supposed to get, but I think I see like 6 of them on this one screen. So I guess I'll just go that way. Alright, well, I made it here. Which is the important part, I guess. But yeah, in the last episode we did stuff. And in this episode we're gonna do more stuff. It's a new day. And so, obviously I'm in a much better mental state than before. So I think that will help, even if everything I'm saying is like weirdly stilted, because like I'm kind of taking it all in as I go right now. Just observationing. Kind of just in a big cave chasm thing, and we're going off exploring, and I don't have a fan blaring in the background for once, so I don't have to do... I recently found in Vegas, because like I'm not much of an editor, is the thing. I do what I need to, like, arguably bare minimum sometimes. But like, I do this for fun. It's not really like, I don't want to be an editor as like a job. I'm not like trying to prepare for anything. And while I can do more focused edits and whatnot, like, generally... Go away. Spyro. Whatever the hell you're doing right now would be much appreciated if you, like, showed up to help. Okay, you're a little too late on that one. But yeah, like, my point is, like, I'm not much of an editor, so, like, having struggles with editing is, like, whatever. But I found a thing that's, like... Oh, green. Neat. I found a thing that's, like, you can, like, noise gate away some of, like, some background material like that if they're, like, quiet enough and away enough. So, like, I recently appealed to that, and so I've been using that to, like, kind of mask out the fan noises sometimes. But it's not perfect. By no stretch of the imagination is it perfect. And so, like, the thing I noticed is that, like, it's mostly just a glorified fade in, fade out that I don't really have to, like, prepare for that much. So it's just, like, if you listen closely, you can hear it fade into, like, fan noises as I talk, and then I stop talking, and then it just fades out of fan noise, and so it's just like, oh, huh. Found new armor for Cynder. Let's see what it is. Increased elemental attack damage. Wait a sec. Oh, if we use the matching set, we get a bonus. Interesting. I don't really know what poisonous hit means, but I definitely want it. I don't have a matching set for Spyro yet, though. But that's neat. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I'm all decked out in silver. Platinum. Platinuminous. I really wish I could turn the camera. It's really... You know what would be nice? At the very minimum, a camera lock button that's like, hey, you can't turn the camera here. Because, like, I remember Mario games did that a lot. Where it's like, you try and change the camera in, like, Mario Galaxy or something, and it's like, beep, beep, nope, you can't do that. Because at the very least, then you could see, as a viewer, when I'm trying to, like, do that sort of thing. You'd be able to see, oh, yeah, she's trying to turn the camera, and she's just not being allowed to do so. Hello. Howdy doody. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that, like, my special favorite wind power-up doesn't really do that much against a big guy like this. I'm just gonna keep whacking, and hopefully he'll die soon. Look at me doing all my fancy schmancy stuff. And he's dead. Okay, that worked. Well, we got something. That's for sure. Okay, well... what exactly did I gain for that? Something to light on fire, I assume. Okay, I didn't light it on fire good enough. During a swing, use your elements to activate distance mechanics. Yeah, this is what I thought was going on here. It's kind of neat, I suppose. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know. It's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I guess this is a thing that I can do here. I feel like one of the weird things about this game, to me, I wanted to get up there because I'm pretty certain that there is a... blue gem over here. No, this is the other thing. So where did I see that blue gem? I know I saw a blue gem in the cutscene. I know for a fact I saw a blue gem in that cutscene. Maybe it's all the way up here. I don't know if I'm... The other thing is, I also don't know if I'm just going to be... Because it looked like there's multiple ways to go, and there's like 4 different things, so I'm assuming that there's like a multiple pathway area. For me, my thing is, I just don't know... Like, if I go to that thing that I unlocked, would it just teleport me back to the center? It's entirely possible it would, and it's entirely possible it wouldn't, and if it doesn't, I can just, you know, cut to when I need to, like, do something else. But for now, I'm at least getting some exploration in. And finding treasure. So there's a pathway up there that leads to a red gem, so obviously I want to do it. The only thing I am uncertain about is how do I get in there to begin with? Because I saw some of those doors that you can, like, you know, cinder your way through underneath. Don't think I didn't see those, so... Okay, well, let's just go do this, because if it teleports me back, it's not really far away anyway. It's yelling at me about enemies, but, like... Who and where and why? Those guys, I guess.
And learn.
Alright, Cynder. I need you for a little bit, Cynder. Very good for crowd control. Alright, so we have this now, so we do have to walk all the way back. I wish there was just an easy way to just stop flying and drop. Because, like, as far as I can tell, the best way to do it is just to hold the A button again, and then eventually you'll slowly descend. But there isn't really, like, just an instant drop function. I guess I could do this. The more I think about it. But that requires thought, and I don't want to think, sometimes. Okay, so now I need to get back to the center. Oh! I found a whirlwind. Completely on accident, I found this. Yeah, and I guess this goes in one of these. Well, it's not automatically going into any of them. Ah, here we go. Awaken the dragon statues, 1 of 4. Yes. Well, now I'm over here, I guess. That's an interesting thing. I don't actually know if this is actually faster or not. Considering you can't, like, spam it, necessarily. So these were like the baboons, right? The baboon skeletons. That's what that one guy said they were. Because I heard them make that noise, and I don't know, that immediately reminded me of that. Spyro, you have electric powers. Do an electric. I don't actually know what I just did, but it looks like... The thing is, judging... Huh. Okay, now I'm just confused. Okay, well I freed blue. I don't know what that does for me. This is puzzly. I'm okay with a level that's like puzzle-based, though. Because, like I've said before, sort of, Xbox 360 D-pad caused me problems. The combat in this game is undeniably the weakest part of this game. And it's kind of unfortunate and silly that it is the way that is. Something I'm supposed to do with blue? I color code things. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Nothing else in there. Okay, so... Last time I did an electric thing, it undid itself, so I'm just gonna redo this. Yeah, it already undid itself. Huh, that power doesn't last long at all. I can't reach this from here? Oh, no, I can. It wasn't giving me a thing. Do I want to get there with Cynder? Oh, I can move it now. Okay, yeah, I do want to get there with Cynder. Now I zap you. And let's go. Okay. Puzzle solved. I don't dislike that. I don't dislike that at all. It works. It's fine. It's cool. It's whatever. Alright. And Cynder, you can be done. Like, again, like, the combat is the weakest part of these games, always. Another green. And, like, part of the reason for that is just because it's, like... It never really feels like you're doing all that much interesting, I guess. The funny thing is, like, one thing that I initially, like, was like, oh, this is an improvement to this game. I actually don't know if it's an improvement anymore now. The fact that you have all your breaths to start with. It's kind of an interesting, like, vibe. Because, whereas before in the other Legend of Spyro games, look at Spyro go! Look at him go! Like a money. In the other Legend of Spyro games, no, I was expecting some sort of combat thing. You would get to an area, you would get to an area, and then usually have something that you're able to do in that area, like get with a new ability. Like you would go to ice area and get lightning powers. You'd go to. So that's the other one I got earlier. That's just all the way down there, huh? Interesting. Okay. Do you go here? Yes, you do. 2 out of 4. Yay! Oops. I feel like there's stuff I'm missing over here, and not just necessarily the thing that was like, hey, there's a whole bunch of gates here and a red thing. Well, that's mostly why I'm coming back over here. But yeah, like, having all the abilities right from the start makes the start of the game certainly feel a lot more interesting. But then that quickly means that the rest of the game is now very samey. Like, you don't have really, like, many new techniques to, like, make the playthrough feel a little more engaging, you know? Can I go through this? Nope. So where... that was over this way, correct? So it doesn't mean that the game is bad, per se. Honestly, I would still probably say, like, this is a far better Legend of Spyro experience than any other Legend of Spyro game has been thus far. But perfect, far from it. Yeah, how do I get in here? That's my question. Because, like, you get over here... Puzzle. The only other solution would be this is a place you come around another way, but it's not like I have a map or anything, it's the problem. But the other problem is I can't, like... okay, so you can't light the candles. Worth a shot. Like, I can't go around, per se. And this is, like, very clearly the way that it wants me to go, but it also gave me that blue crystal that I destroyed earlier. So, like, that's the weird thing about all this. Is, like, where else would I theoretically go here? Because I'm thinking about it like that one time in the puzzle in the Valley of Avalar, where I was like, look, there's a red gem hidden behind the wall that I can't get, and I want to get it, but I can't.
Let's go.
Okay, Cynder, fine. Impatient bitch. So it's just like, I'm just thinking about how, like, I was convinced, like, oh, but there's an invisible wall here, and then I eventually realized, wait, you come around the other end this way. Clearly. But, like, glancing around here, it doesn't really seem like there's much I can... Oh! Hi! Ow. Well, it's a good thing there's infinitely respawning health over here. Found an evil enemy. Well, I am hurting him with this, and got it off. Okay, cool. So that was correct. And he's just content to sit there. And hang out. So I guess I can just do this strategy again, and cut this whole battle out, because clearly I can just do this. No problem. He doesn't seem offended by me standing over here. And he's a much bigger target than the other one. So, yeah, I'll be right back. This will be a lot easier than trying to beat this guy up. I knocked his arm off. It's very silly that the game lets me do this, basically. Ah! Okay, I finally got a little bit too close to him. And now he's moving again. He's not taking damage anymore. Okay, so evidently I unbroke him, and now I've broken him in a new way because he's not taking damage from my poison attacks.
Watch how it's done.
And I instantly died. Spyro was at full health and I instantly died. Okay. And now he's got blue on him. Well, that was unfortunate, and I just means I wasted a whole bunch of time. I hope I can re-break him, because otherwise I don't know how I can do that, so I'd instantly die to his attacks. Will this be enough? Yes, it is. Ugh. Well, that was a thing. Really, I was just mostly looking around to see if I found everything. Yeah, well, that happened. I don't have much else to say. It was very unfortunate that I had to redo it, because... apparently, like, I was thinking, like, if I stayed on up here, it wouldn't matter if I got too close, but then I jumped on this ledge for the last batch of things that time, and it was like, nope, now you're too close, and then suddenly that meant that I couldn't hurt him with the power-up, because he just kept digging and not digging, and I don't really know exactly what was going on, but then I went down there, and Spyro instantly died, which was just very unfortunate. But now it's all done and over with. So, other than that one gate area, I don't know if there's much else I can do. So what I'm going to try and do is... I've been recording for about 40 minutes, which probably means more like 30 minutes. So... I feel like I can probably do at least one more of these gates before closing, before ending the episode. Lot of blue gems, that's for sure. So that's what I'm probably going to try and do. Is I'll be doing one more once I get all these blue gems that are just kind of hanging out.
Spyro, look at this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that supposed to be you? They're all worshipping you.
I couldn't even tell it was a dragon.
It's Malifaux. Look at this place. The ancestors must have trained him here. They had such high hopes.
I feel like... Okay, I don't want to deal with those just yet without knowing what I'm about to get to. I feel like the disappointing thing to me about, like, the story in this game so far is that, like, after the training arc that was basically Spyro, Legend of Spyro 1, and the absolute nothing nonsense that was Legend of Spyro 2, I feel like Legend of Spyro 3 would be really good as, like, a sort of character piece. And they're almost getting into some of that, too. In the sense of, like... dealing with, like, the idea that, like, Spyro, as he is like, the only connection to Malifaux in existence. And, like, so everybody sees a purple dragon, and they're, like, basically a little racist. And they're like, ooh, purple dragon, that's so bad, that's so evil, like... And, like, Spyro having to deal with, like, the consequences of that. And, like, wondering... And, like, having an arc of, like, does he even really want to save these people? Is, like... that sort of thing. But, like, that's not really a thing that's going on in this game, because Spyro's just such a nice guy, so, like, the one time that it even could potentially come up... I feel like there's something about these that I'm missing. Whatever. The cheetahs, like, basically kidnapped him because they're like, oh, dragons are evil, blah blah blah. And so it's like, there's, like, and Spyro isn't even, like, doesn't even stop to, like, consider. Like, he's just such a nice guy in that sense, that, like, he basically has no, like, personality or feelings, like, and to that extent, it just becomes kind of frustrating. That, like, he's having to deal with this. Especially because, like, he was, like, sort of, like, chosen one mentality. To an extent... Ooh, I bounced. He should almost be, like... I feel like him feeling, like, entitled to, like... nice treatment, almost. Like, would act... If he was almost, ironically, a little bit more like Sparks, to that extent. I feel like there would be a lot more of an interesting, like, dynamic there than just Spyro being the way he is here. Because, like, this Spyro is... I don't even want to say he's, like, a shadow of his former self. Like, even ignoring every other Spyro, like, The main character of this story is not very interesting. And that is just a frank statement. He's just not that interesting of a character. Cynder is far more interesting because she was actively a villain at one point. But even to that extent, like, in this game, she's kind of just a little bit more of a snarkier Spyro. That people hate more, but for less racist reasons, and more she burned our villages down reasons. I don't know if I'm gonna need 2 of these, but I'm gonna take 2 of them anyway. So yeah, I don't know. Like, the way they're going with this story, it's not terrible. It's just not particularly engaging either. It feels like it's Lord of the Rings. More or less. It feels like it's trying to be that. Thanks for that, Spyro.
Move it, Cynder!
Thank you for dropping that. Okay, so, what I did wrong. Number 1, you can only take 1 of these things. Number 2, evidently this thing is on a timer. So, that's good to know. That's it. So, alright. We need to bring this back. Sometimes I forget what button is the right button. I feel like this might make this episode a teensy bit long. I'm trying to be a little bit better aware of like how long these are going to be because of the way that like I had to split up the last 4 episodes and like I just wasn't paying great attention to all that. Can I drop this down here and have it be fine? I sure hope so. It's over here. God damn it! I hate not being able to turn the goddamn camera! Gotta love it! Cinematic camera angles, I see the ropes, I'm like, okay, I'll jump here, and nope, it's gonna miss the friggin' thing, because I can't turn and see! At the very least, the timer on that thing is not long at all. Actually, it seems like the timer... There doesn't seem to be a timer at all, it seems like it just reverted. So, okay.
Alright, here we go.
Go away. I'm tired of all of you. Now that I know that these are the baboons, I'm just... They can all go die. I know they are all dead, but they can all go die. Okay. So where am I putting this now? Somewhere over here, presumably. Tuning forks! They react to loud sounds. These things? Sparks! It's your time to shine. Do something useful in one of these games for once. That was kind of a guess. I was like, what could be even considered a loud sound in this? Oh, I see. I don't know if this one's on a timer or not. Cynder does a scream. Would that canonically... What timing? What timing on that? Literally the moment I try to jump across, and it's like, up. This is gone now.
Do we really have to go back to the surface? It might be safer down here.
Shut up, Sparks. No one likes you, no one cares, you don't need to exist. You are the most honestly pathetic and like, there is zero reason for Sparks to exist, period. In these games. He exists as a holdover from the classic games, and that's it. But like, they don't even make him do anything useful. Is the biggest problem, really. Alright, well, I'll kill this guy and end the episode. That seems like a good plan to me. Do the thing, do the thing. Here it goes. Anger time! Blargle! Problem solved. I've been keeping an eye on, like, how all that stuff usually works. And, like, the purple... After, like, the previous situation where, like, I had the purple stuff. And, like, had to deal with, like... the really annoying area in... Right before the boss fight that I hated. And I tried to speed through it using purple. And, like, holy shit, purple makes a huge difference. I know I missed a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna come back. Alright. So, next time on Let's Play Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon, we're gonna use more purple, maybe, if I can build up my meter for it. Who knows? Either way. See you guys next time for more Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. We're gonna finish this area and probably do another thing. We're halfway through the game now. Yay! Well, even more so, actually. Because we got more stuff. In fact, I can see. 53 of 100, yeah. Ain't that fancy smashy bedancy? I don't know. See you guys next time for more Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. Bye-bye!